Hello, hello, hello. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I go by Shook on Reddit as well. I make posts on a subreddit called DF Sports with one S, so it's just DF Sports. Please come over here. I think it's a good idea to help grow the community. A lot of members here that talk strategy and stuff for NFL, NBA, PGA, just a whole bunch of stuff. You got a lot of good posts over here. We do NBA stuff like here, easy free NBA projections, like really really good stuff here. Just really great to see overall. And you just have like so many people just giving up content for free. So good place. If you ever need to get ask me questions, I'll respond to you as you can see here. Questions on pivots, if you just want to talk, etc. If you ever need to get a hold of me privately, you can do so on Reddit or you can do so on Twitter at Tori Langley 1992. So let's take a look at my lineups from the past week. I'll show you guys what I have been up to. Alrighty, let's do it. So the main slate on Sunday didn't go as well as I wanted it to go. Unfortunately, Kenneth Walker did sustain an injury and he only played a drive or two. That was the reason I didn't full double up in cash, but I think my process was definitely right. Should have absolutely smashed this slate, but the Kenneth Walker injury was just absolutely brutal. The cash core that I had for this week was Joe Burrow, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, and Austin Eckler, all of which were smashes outside of Eckler, but Eckler was so popular it didn't really matter. Showdown slate, I went Jacobs, Adams, Carr, Carlson, Metcalf, Keelan, Cole. This lineup was extremely popular for good reason. It was very straightforward, and people still didn't play it. Like, people big brained themselves off of the best plays. So DFS is alive and well. So we move to 11 and 2 profitable on NFL main slates and about a 60 to 70% profitable rate on Showdown. So been a really good NFL season. I can't ask for more. I just know the downswing is coming these last few weeks because my God, it's been amazing. And then if you are interested in joining a Discord, I will have a link to that below where I have in-depth videos going over each slate for cash, GPPs, etc., top stacks, my player pools for cash, GPPs, cores for cash, GPPs. I give you guys a core of 4 players to play for cash, GPPs, a whole top play section for the best point per dollar plays on the slate, and much, much more. And a great community that plays just a ton of sports. We got people grinding Call of Duty right now, so it's been phenomenal. So, normal format here. We're going to go over cash games, and then we're going to go over some stacks that I like. So, the video is not going to be too long. It's just going to be, cash, some stacks I like, and then some GPP plays that I like. But this week is just extremely straightforward, guys. So, we'll go over cash games first. So, there are 3 quarterbacks that I think I'm considering for cash. The first one is going to be Josh Allen up against the New York Jets. Now, it's not the best matchup. The elbow definitely has been bothering him of late, so I think I prefer to spend down this week. I think he's definitely still into consideration. He still has clearly the highest floor and the highest ceiling on the slate, but value is definitely lacking this week. So I think the optimal way to go is go either Joe Burrow or go Jared Goff. I don't have a lean on which one I'm going to be going to first, but Cleveland has been bad defensively all year round, against the run, against everything. Joe Burrow is going to be throwing the ball a ton. He has very talented wide receivers. He's been extremely, extremely efficient 3 out of the past 5 weeks. If we get that efficiency, and he's going to complete 30-ish passes. He's still too cheap at 7K. I don't know why that price kind of didn't move. And then the other one is going to be Jared Goff at 5.6K. Clearly the highest totaled game on the slate, if I recall correctly. Just a phenomenal matchup against the Vikings. The Vikings secondary has been in absolute shambles all season long. Jared Goff is going to absolutely torch this team, I think. They're just throwing the ball a shit ton as well. Has incredible, incredible talent with Amon-Ra St. Brown. So, love Jared Goff for cash. Love Joe Burrow. Allen is fine. I'm leaning towards spending down this week, but that would be my quarterback playing pool for cash. So for running back, I think you can definitely consider Christian McCaffrey, but I obviously don't like the matchup. But it's Christian McCaffrey. The usage is very, very good. I think the quarterback change with where is he? I don't even remember his name. Brock Purdy. I think that only helps Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get a ton of dump offs. We saw 10 targets last week. Obviously, it's the Bucks. It's hard to run on the Bucks, but the passing volume will be there. Definitely playable. But if I'm going to be spending up, I think I prefer Derrick Henry going up against Jacksonville. We're finally getting some targets for him, but this is just another spot that we want to target here up against Jacksonville in a high total game. I think Derrick Henry makes for probably the spend up running back on this slate. You can consider Cook. The other one that's going to be extremely chalky is going to be Joe Mixon up against Cleveland. We've been targeting running backs against Cleveland all season long. I don't know why we stop here. I think right now Joe Mixon is a stone cold lock in cash, so I absolutely love some Joe Mixon. Kenneth Walker, if he plays, is always in consideration up against Carolina, who is a good matchup for him. Tony Pollard up against Houston, definitely a solid play as well. Going down a little bit further, I mean, you can consider Zeke. I think I prefer Pollard, though. Going down a little bit further, I think Swift's into consideration. Definitely. Going down a little bit further, looks like Fournette is going to be playing, but if he's out, fire up Rachaad White. Going down a little bit further, I'm not getting to Homer. People keep asking me why I'm not talking about Homer. I will go over that in a little bit. But yeah, I think you mainly just want to be spending up for running back this week, like Henry, Joe Mixon, Tony Pollard, maybe some Zeke, maybe Swift. That's the range I want to be looking in. So that is my running back pool for this week. Going over wide receiver, what's not to like about Justin Jefferson? If you want to get to him, I think you can. I think there is enough value at wide receiver to do so. Like, not matchup, Detroit's been a fantasy carnival all season long. The only concern is the Jets just, what they did last week, pretty sure they just doubled him just all day long. I don't know if Detroit's going to do that, but it is a much better matchup. Not really too worried about that. So love JJ. Diggs is always into consideration. Jamar Chase, always into consideration. The real lock of the slate is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Just insane usage right now. He should be an 8.5K player, getting 10 plus targets a game. You don't fade Amon-Ra St. Brown in cash games. Going down a little bit further, Kirk. We know Tennessee has been terrible against the pass. Fine with it. Going down a little bit further, Lockett's fine. Garrett Wilson, I think, looks amazing here once again. Mike White has just unleashed Garrett Wilson. He went for 8 receptions on 15 targets for 162 yards. He's clearly the number one here. He is still too cheap as well. I think he looks really, really good. I think DJ Moore looks really good at 5.5K. Definitely a very strong cash play too. Judy is fine. I don't love it though. Going down a little bit further, Thielen, fine, but fringe. Going down a little bit further, there is some value. So let's go to, let me see if I'm missing something here first. Let's go over to Houston. So I think a lot of people are going to be playing Philip Dorsett at the Flatman, which I think is the smart thing to do. No Cooks, no Collins. There's going to be a lot of people. More Dorsett going to be running a ton of routes. Just too cheap. I think Dorsett, if you're punting with wide receiver, definitely makes the most sense. So I think that's my wide receiver pool for this week. I don't think I'm really missing anyone. If I'm missing someone, please let me know. I don't think. Oh, where's Hinton? Where's Denver? I think you can definitely play Hinton in cash this week. I would add him to the pool as well. Going over tight end, so it's clearly an easy week here at tight end. You just play Greg Dulcich, in my opinion, and look no further. I think you just one is spent down. Price didn't move. 8 targets last game, 6 receptions. Good game environment. Yeah, I think you just play Greg Dulcich at the tight end position. So now that we got cash, defense. I think Cowboys, definitely. I think the Steelers. Where are these Steelers? I think the Steelers. Hello, I thought they were 2,800. Steelers, definitely a very strong cash game play. And I think the Panthers. I think those are the 3 defenses that I'd probably try to get to if you can. I think I'd limit it to those 3. But defense is highly variable. I just eat the chalk there. I don't really know what the chalk is right now, but it's going to be those 3. It's going to be Cowboys, Steelers, or Panthers. Let's see if I got any injuries in NBA. Let's see. We do not. That is very fun. So, going over my favorite stacks of the week. I mean, clearly we can't ignore the best stack of the week, and that is going to be the Jared Goff doubles. So, it's just excuse me. It's just like a phenomenal spot here. Everyone's been targeting Minnesota. I don't see why you don't here. Everyone's still too cheap. So, absolutely love Jared Goff stacks. They're going to be extremely popular for good reason. I think you can include DeAndre Swift in your Jared Goff stacks. I really think you can. I think just his usage in the passing game is good enough at this price tag to where you can include him with your Jared Goff doubles. But if you're playing Jared Goff, you're obviously playing Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think they're going to limit Jameson Williams, so I probably wouldn't go to him. The other guy I'd probably go to is DJ Chark, who is projecting, I believe, to be pretty low owned, and I kind of like that at 4.3K. And then the other guy, I think that's it. I don't think I'd be going to anyone else. These would be the 3 players that I include in my Jared Goff stacks, but obviously it's going to be extremely popular. And then clearly the bring back is going to be Justin Jefferson if you want to go that route. And if you think they double JJ to no end, Thielen is definitely going to be the benefit of that. So highest game total on slate. There's projected to be like 6-7 touchdowns scored in this game. I don't really see how these guys fail. So love this game. And then we go right back to the other side. Kirk Cousins doubles. Not going to include Dalvin Cook, but I think he is a strong play this week. If I'm just doing Kirk doubles, it's either this or it's this. I definitely prefer the Hawkinson side of things. We saw Hawk past 4 weeks get 10, 9, 6, and 6 targets. Just a target monster. I don't think I have to go over why this stack is very strong. Highest total on the slate. Been attacking Detroit all year. I don't see why we change that now. They're literally last in basically every category. So outside of run defense. So yeah, absolutely love that stack. The other stack that is going to be extremely popular, I would assume, is going to be Joe Burrow stacks. Not going to include Mixon, but I think Mixon is a very good play. The wide receivers, and I don't think I'd go to the tight ends with Hurst out. I think they're just going to run like a 2 to 3 headed monster. If we get news that like Ossie or Wilcox is going to get the bulk of the work, then you can definitely consider them. But I think they're going to be doing like a 2 to 3 headed monster there. We'll have to wait and see though. But this would be the main targets of my double stack here. I definitely prefer trying to get to Burrow, Chase, Higgins. And what this will do for you for GPPs is I don't think a lot of people are going to be doing this because they're expensive and there's not a lot of value on this slate. So I think people are going to shy away from double stacking Joe Burrow with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. And, I really like the spot here, and I think this is a way to get different while also eating the chalk. Jamar Chase, I think he has like a 30% target market share. T. Higgins, about the same. I actually think with Jamar Chase back, T. Higgins actually has a higher ceiling. Sure, the floor might not be there. He might not have a higher floor, but he definitely does have a higher ceiling with Jamar Chase back. Because Jamar Chase is going to get double covered. That leaves T. Higgins one-on-one. And when Jamar Chase is out, T. Higgins is going to be the guy getting double covered. So I think that definitely helps the case for T. Higgins' ceiling. And then if you're going to bring it back with anyone, it's Amari or it's Donovan Peoples-Jones. I think that is the most sense. But that would be my pool that I'd include for the wide receivers there. My next favorite stack is going to be Buffalo. Obviously, it is not the best matchup, but these guys are matchup proof, so I'll go through this quickly. So going over the running back snap counts for last week, it was very, very interesting. So James Cook got, he actually got 32 of the possible 75 snaps, ran around 15 of those. He's actually a good pass catching down back. If you want to take a shot and hope he gets that usage again this week and include him with your Josh Allen stacks, I wouldn't hate you for it, but it is extremely, extremely risky. And then same with Amon-Ra St. Brown. You're just not fading Stephon Diggs in your Josh Allen stacks. I would still include Gabe. I would still include McKenzie. I think Dawson Knox is a little bit overpriced for his role. He kind of needs touchdowns to really get there at that price tag. So I'd shy away from that, but definitely would include him. But these would be the main targets for my Buffalo Bills stacks. Stephon Diggs, obviously, best wide receiver in the league. Just the floor, the ceiling is just absolutely wild. Everyone else below him has a super, super low floor, but they have an intense ceiling because they have Josh Allen throwing to them. Just be careful. We don't care about floor and GPPs. We only care about ceiling. So they do have that ceiling. So don't shy away. Don't look at their game log and be scared that they only scored like 4 blah, blah, blah here. They have the ceiling to get you there. Well, albeit it's not the best matchup, I think that is a solid way to go, especially if nobody's going to go that route. Going to another stack, let me take a look here. It's going to be Geno Smith doubles. Geno has impressed me. I'm sure he's impressed everyone, especially if Kenneth Walker Jr. is out. Kenneth Walker III. If Kenneth Walker III is out, they're going to be throwing the ball probably 50 plus times. And why do I say that? If Kenneth Walker is out, they have no bruiser backs left. Homer is a pass catching back. Dallas is a pass catching back. Everyone behind Kenneth Walker is a passing down back. They don't have someone to run on the ground 20 plus times. So they're going to be throwing the ball a shitload if Kenneth Walker is out. So who do we include in these Geno doubles? We obviously include Metcalf. We include Tyler Lockett. I don't think I'd include any of the tight ends, but I think it's mainly just these two guys. They're just the clear highest target market share players on the team, and then it's just a drop off. I'm pretty sure these two are just getting like 60%, and then it's just an extreme drop off. So would really only be including them, and I think there really only is really only one bring back for this stack. DJ Moore. I do really like Deontay Foreman for GPPs. If you think the Panthers get a lead, he could absolutely break the slate. So I definitely would consider him as a bring back as well. Sorry guys, this fucking phone, man. Stop. So that's my other favorite stack. Obviously Mahomes is always in play. Obviously Hurts stacks always in play. We saw Jalen Hurts just absolutely obliterate the Titans through the air last week. Divisional game here. I don't think they're going to be throwing the ball that much, but I think I'm not going to include Sanders with Hurts, but I think Sanders is a very good GPP play this week. I think A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are very good GPP plays here as well. They're both going pretty much unknown, so absolutely love this for GPPs as well. And then Slayton probably would be my bring back, or Bellinger, either one. Don't care, but I do like Hurts stacks for GPPs. They're just going way underowned. So those are my favorite stacks. Let's go over some GPP plays. Alrighty. So we already went over quarterbacks. Running back. So let's go down. Let's go down. Where is Miles? Miles Sanders up against the New York Jets. He's not going to be used in the passing game that much, but I'm expecting the Eagles to go back to the run here. I see a lot of sharp people on Miles Sanders this week, and I think it's for good reason. I do like Miles Sanders a lot for GPPs. If everyone is going to be on Pollard, I think Zeke makes for an amazing GPP play. I'm going to have to look at ownership, but If one of them is going to be low owned, I am going to be all over them. I would not play both together, but whoever is low owned, I am going to be all over that. Swift is fine. Najee Harris against Baltimore. Let's take a look at his snap counts last week. Where is Najee? Najee played 43 of the possible 65 snaps. He went for 17 attempts, 1 target, 10.2 fantasy points. Was this the game he got injured, or was this game? I believe it was this game. But once again, a very strong GPP play here that I don't think a lot of people are going to be on. Going down a little bit further, obviously, if Fournette's out, White's solid. Then Foreman at 5.34K. The only risk here is he is very, very game flow dependent. He is not going to get volume in the passing game. But he does have the ceiling to absolutely torch this slate, especially given the matchup. I really like that for GPPs. Going down a little bit further, Knight, not the best spot against Buffalo, but even with Carter back, they've shown that they want to give Knight the volume. He's not going to get 70% of the touches, more so in that 50% range, but I think Knight is a reasonable play. And I think that's it. James Cook you can throw in there if you think that they're going to run him out again. So wide receiver, some standalones. A.J. Brown, like I said, going under owned. I really, really like. Going down a little bit further. I don't hate Tom Brady. Doubles. Judy's fine. I don't mind Deontay. Not many GPP plays. I think DJ Chark is definitely a solid GPP play. Got 6 targets last week. Love the spot. If you're gonna fade Amon-Ra St. Brown chalk, I think DJ Chark makes for a very good GPP play. Like if I wasn't playing Amon-Ra St. Brown in GPPs, I might want to get to DJ Chark. So that's definitely some interesting stuff. Quez Watkins has seen an increased role of late. I kind of like him. That's not my biased opinion. And then, like I said, the value, we're going to want to go like in the Houston guys, Dorsett. There isn't much value. Like Chark. That's basically it. Like Dorsett, Chark, Chris Moore, Hinton. Those are the value I'd really look to. Quez Watkins. That's really the value right now. Not much. Thielen, I'm fine with. Donovan Peoples-Jones, but that price tag is just, yeah. So everyone's going to go to Greg Dulcich, so pay up to be contrarian. Kelsey, Andrews, T.J. Hawkinson make for 3 of the better GPP plays on the slate. I'd assume Hawk will get some ownership, but pay up to be contrarian. And I believe that is it, guys. I hope this video helped you out, and I will talk to you guys later.